Oh, hello there. This is Shiva. Well, this is the bonus episode that I promised everybody, and I had everything all nicely set up. And what happened here? It's basically destroyed. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna show you the alternate build of my game and everything, but I've had problems with OBS. I did have a scheduled um, recording, but OBS kept crashing for some strange reason. So we are stuck doing it this way. I probably will not bother scheduling anything. To be honest, it's been kind of a pain in the butt to say the least. So we'll just not worry about it in future. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we are actually working. Yay! 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 We're working. Yay! I wonder if I can get this stupid thing to not do that. No, it doesn't look as if I can. Boy, I kind of wish that YouTube would make things a little bit simpler for us. Um, but it's not. Anyway, what happened was I started streaming and OBS started having a button, and that was pretty much it. So we will continue to start working with the first thing. Remember what I was saying about this guy, that he was draining all my power above? And yeah, he was. So I built a whole bunch of medium solar panels. I even got large batteries. Still no good. Every time he gets turned on and he's connected to the main power source, he drains all of the energy, so I can't produce anything underneath. And I would say that's a pretty bad bug. Or that's something that maybe the developer just completely and totally missed, because it's not as if I'm going to be running out of power. I mean, I have 9 million watts of power spare on my battery, and on this guy, oh, how much am I generating? 245. Oh, yeah, that doesn't really sound correct, does it? But anyway, what I have done is I have built my own battery supply for this guy. And the reason why I even had to do that is because this building here, the big buildings, you apparently cannot delete them. And that's horrible. That's just absolutely horrible, to say the least, because it's you should be able to get rid of them if you don't really want them. And to be honest, the only thing this does is basically allow you to not have to tell the landing part, the cargo ships to land. That's all it does. They will just land automatically here. That's it. Same with this thing here, right? And that kind of really sucks. Oh, he's going off to get some stuff. So okay, yeah, I can understand that, but I've had all sorts of power problems whenever this guy's been turned on. He really shouldn't be. Let's see what happens when I turn you on. Am I getting like, oh, we don't have any more power? We don't have any more power? Nope, it does appear as if we may have some more power. So, one of the things that we wanted to do was to do a build, the alternate build. So, first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little box there. This would be with my elevator. But I'm using the box because I don't want to build the elevator. And what we'll do is we'll just pause that. And the idea was to extract all the regolith, and instead of building everything completely underneath, like I've done here, instead we'll take the regolith and move it up here, and then process it up here. So then, and the idea was to use the multi-regolith refineries. And if you had seen the previous videos, what I'd done is I'd done like side by side like this, and of course it turned out to be completely and totally unnecessary because it's just the way. Let's just do no, let's just do it this way. When actually all we needed to do was do it like this, and things would have fit a lot better, right? Except for I didn't give myself enough room for that. Yep. Yeah. This was just an idea. This was not anything other than that. So what we could do is quite literally, I want the what do I actually want there? Well, it really doesn't make all that much difference. They both are kind of no longer in use. Kind of wanted. So the idea was to build a whole chain of these all like this. And then what we do is we sort of connect them up with that. Oh, let's do another one, just for the heck of it. We're only going to do one at a time. But so, and the idea was to, by using conveyors, use all of the various resources and sort of combine the resources that way instead of the massive spaghetti that I had. Okay, for instance, let's just set with this one. First off, oh, that does not look good. Okay, well, never mind. And we won't do the build all because I don't want to do the build all. But the basic idea was to bring out everything. We're just going to do two as well. I'm giving myself a little bit more room here than I know I would think that I would need. And with this guy, what we do is we use these guys here. You'll see why in a second. I kind of wish that we had a ability to have a grid on this. It would make things a little bit easier. And we just connect this guy up to here. You up to here. And you're off, but that's okay. It's not costing us anything at the moment because we are on pause. And then this way, what we can do is we can just go like here. One more. Straight down to connect to him. And then straight down to connect to the rest of them. Okay, there's the idea. And with the slag, we can either move the slag over there where it's completely and totally harmless, or we can move it over there, but I am going to get rid of you. So there's my slag, and then we'll probably just do it like this. There was my idea, and then that way we can connect these guys up. Come on, are we gonna cooperate? No, it would also help if I if I did it the right way. I just sitting there going, hey, this is gonna work out really nicely, and then I realized that well, it's rather poorly built. I know that there are some people who it really bugs, but maybe I'll fix it in this one, or maybe not. But anyway, that was the idea. Was to space out the buildings maybe a little bit better than this, and tighten up the spaces, and then I would have my multi-regolith factories, and I was going to do things for the other sides too as well, and everything else, and I was going to connect them all, and eventually I would just have 5 lines of proper resources. So I would have the iron, I would have titanium, silicone, and aluminum, and the slag would be put way off to one side for bulk storage. So I would have 4 lines here, each with a major resource on it, and then I could quite literally just build whatever the heck I want to. based on the line. So this would be, right? This would be like this. And then what I would do is I would continue with the rest of the chain. You know, smelting furnaces, see? So I would have my smelting furnace like sort of like this. And then I would have this smelting furnaces for the other resources. I would probably space them out quite a bit. So like that. And that gives me some room to build other things in there. So after this, I don't need smelting resources for this guy here because, well, you know, he doesn't actually need anything because that's all he produces is steel. And for this guy, this would be titanium. So I would do one for him. But I need 2 lines. So add a second one. And then what I would do with the titanium is I would go into my resources, the bulk storage. Then what I would, oh shoot, I made them a little bit too close, but that's okay. So one would be, I hate doing that. I know it's gonna, I know this is gonna really cause people to trigger, but oh well, I'm sorry. You go into here. So what happens is all the titanium will go into here, and since we need to keep one of these the way it is, and then we need to keep the other one as plates, we've got our resources now split to 2. And we can actually use these to add even more smelting furnaces if we want. So if we have that kind of resource production in which we're really pumping out resources, then you know what? We can just add a second one and just duplicate it. Right there. So we can have 2 lots of plates because these guys are, you know, once you get everything upgraded in terms of speed and you get these guys upgraded, right there, see? Click on that. This is actually quite expensive, but if you get everybody up to 3, you get you may have to upgrade the conveyor belts when you have that kind of production up to conveyor belt 2, and you know, you're pumping out an awful lot of stuff really, really fast. In fact, it's probably going to pump out a lot more than you can actually sell it. So we can do that, and then with this particular chain, just set this because I need to get into this habit. So he's 2, he's fine. So what we need to do is we can do the rolling mills, as you can see, and now we just go like this. I forgot to hold the shift key again. Yeah, I'm never going to remember that one. And that, and then what we do is we just connect them up, and now we have double production. And if we need, we can just chain them out. I don't know if that's ever actually going to work. I very much doubt it. So we'll just do that. So instead, I know it's a pretty triggering build for people because nothing is straight, nothing is perfectly organized and stuff. This is just the idea that I was going to have, and then we can take the other resources on this side and have their own production facilities, we can just wrap them all the way over here and then come back up here. So we can, so basically all of our multi-regoliths are in one place. All of our smelters are in one place. Any factories that we need is in one place. And, you know, that's basically the build. It would be a lot neater than that, but that is exactly what I was thinking. And then we can move all of our production up here. And the advantage to this is that even though the regoliths have, you know, one mineral that is predominant, there are other ones, and we can still sort of semi-process those too as well. So we're actually maximizing the production that we have for the minerals. And then this is just a complete and total piece of cake. So anyway, that is the idea. So I'll just let you have a look at this. I'll just get rid of these two. Okay, so this is what you're looking at. And so you've got the general idea. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to delete this because this is, well, I don't know if this is going to work out very well, to be honest. I really should have, if I hadn't been feeling a little bit better, if I'd been feeling a little bit better, I probably would have done this properly. Unfortunately, it was one of those days where I had my health. I have a health problem, and it was happened to be just before I decided to start this video. It's been kind of a, well, you know, it hasn't been a fabulous day. Let's put it that way. But you know, it happens. So I would actually need more room than that. I would say, yeah, I think I might be able to get away with it right there. Have a look at where that is. It's right there. So, you know, I kind of don't really know if I want that there. Okay, no, I kind of want it. I've got the existing lines, so maybe I can see if I can get away with putting it right up there, actually. That would work. Yeah, that would work actually a lot better, wouldn't it? Yeah, you know, that would be logical. Let's give myself a little bit more room, though. Yeah, because I want the lines to sort of wrap out around here. So let's sort of rebuild this, I guess. So anyway, this is the run method of doing this. All the regular factories are basically facing the same way. It makes connecting the various minerals a lot easier to connect so that you end up with just the 4 main lines. Makes it a lot easier. We may also come into a situation where it doesn't quite work out perfectly because here's a good example right here. Suppose you need iron and aluminum. You would want it to be facing your elevator, but also as well, you may want silicone and the aluminum side. Sorry, I meant titanium and iron, silicone and aluminum. But so you would kind of want this to be pointed. So pointed at where your boxes are going to be stored. So you know what? You can always do it like this. There's one here. And then you just reverse it and just make sure we leave a lot more space this time. Right? And then if you need 2 lots, then you just put it up here. So this is kind of a variation. And if you need, I hope I've done this correctly. Well, no, not really. But this is just an example. And, you know, if you need another one for the aluminum and silicone side, well, then you just put it there. So this one is aluminum, and silicone, and it's all on this side. This one is aluminum and silicone, and it's all on that side. And these two are all in titanium. So it's actually very pretty easy because you can sort of chain the two sides together quite easily with underground converters. Suppose it's this way here. Or you can just sort of chain it pretty easily. Yeah. So you see what what we're going at. I did say I've had so many problems today with my health and stuff that I may not actually have the energy to build all of this, because to be honest, I'm kind of a little wiped out right now. But we're going to get rid of you, but we're going to clear all of this. So what I may end up doing is I may just end up building it when I'm feeling a little bit better. I apologize to anybody that's seen this stream, but it's unfortunately what has happened. So, you know, this is the problem when you have a pretty devastating disease, especially the one I have, is that it kind of just completely and totally rules your entire life sometime when it happens. On the off days, though, when it doesn't happen, I'm great. I'm in amazingly great shape. And one of the side effects of this disease is, and I know people are going to really hate me for saying this, but I'm actually not fat. I don't have an ounce of fat on my body. In fact, my body fat is really, really low. And it's kind of a struggle for me to continue to actually gain weight. It's very rare. I can lose weight. I can lose 5 pounds suddenly, but it takes me a very, very long time to be able to gain weight. So yeah, so in other words, I can eat anything I want, because to be honest, it just even the so-called safe foods don't seem to have much effect on me. So, you know, I just say screw it and just eat whatever the hell I want. So, you know, that's even better. Like for instance, today let's see, my girlfriend's away. She may actually give me a phone call in the middle of this, but my girlfriend is actually away. And that's kind of great, because that means I can do things that would generally make her mad at me and give me a good talking to. And one of the things is, I was in the dollar store, and they were just getting rid of some stuff. I guess somebody had an overstock. And I looked there and I looked at it, and it's those green Lucky Charms cereal. Now, I haven't eaten that kind of sugary crap in a long, long time. And I just suddenly thought, oh, well, if the girlfriend doesn't know about it, then it's not going to harm her. And so guess what? That's exactly what I have. I have green Lucky Charms. And being a Canadian, my favorite cereal back then was honeycomb, and this Lucky Charms stuff is just like, oh my God, the amount of sugar in there. I'm just, you know, I'm just walking around so buzzed from it. So, yeah, you know, really, we shouldn't be eating stuff like that, but well, you know, whatever. So anyway, that is basically how things are going at the moment. To be honest, nobody's even on the chat, so maybe I don't. Maybe I should just delete the chat. I don't know. I really don't know. But I am going to take a bit of a break, and we'll see what happens. I did say, but unfortunately, people have been notified, and maybe they just can't find me because the stream got canceled, and they thought, oh, okay. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break anyway, because I've actually been sitting down here for an hour and a half. So I just got resupplied more drinks. Might even have a snack. You never know. So I'll be right back.